Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, FBOs. Just let me know if I'm audible. If you can please kindly let me know on the chat if I'm audible before we start. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Your feedback is received. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Again, I just want to say thank you for joining our session. It is such a privilege to have everybody join this very important session. I just want to start off by saying that apologies for starting the meeting late. We had technical issues, so we couldn't get started on time. So my leadership, I hope today is a wonderful day for you. I hope this week has been nothing but productive. So as we start our training, you will see some of the information is information that you've already known. You always had this information, and some information there and there is going to be new information. So please keep your pens, papers ready so that at the end of the session, we're able to go through any points or any areas where you'd like clarity. Okay, so as everybody knows, I am Cleopatra Sibiya. I am your FBO support manager, and I'm so excited as always to have you in this session on the 10th of July. And again, a lovely welcome to everybody. Let me just see it so I can accept. I think there's more people wanting to join. All right, okay, so everyone is admitted. Perfect. Okay, so once again, welcome everybody, and our introduction stays the same to say that as FBO forever business owners, it is very important for us to uphold our values and policies at Forever Living Products, and that recruiting new members into the Forever business is a responsibility that comes with ensuring that those recruits understand the company policy, that they also understand the procedure, and that they understand the compliance standards. And the role of the upline is pretty much what I just said in the previous slide, just upholding that responsibility for our new recruits in order for us to run successful businesses. And also, if you need any support, none whatsoever, there is no support that is too little, there is no support that is too much for us. Please, you are welcome to send any of your inquiries to FBO support. That is our head office, and our details are right there on the screen. So our email is fbosupport@forever.co.za. We also have a WhatsApp line that is 064-636-8968. Or if you'd like, if you want to hear a friendly voice, what you can do is you can call the head office, and they'll be more than glad or more than happy to direct you to the head office directly, and you can speak to an available assistant to help you with whatever query that you have. Okay, so our topic for today is company policy changes and updates. So I think you have heard somewhere along the lines during the week to say some couple of things have changed in our company policy, and I'm sure you want to know, what does this mean for you? What does this mean for your team? And what does this mean for your business? So without further ado, we're just going to start with our training. Okay, so Forever Living Products, again, this is for anyone who's joining this session that is new. For people that have joined the session before, this information will be information that you've heard over and over again, but you will see that there is some additional information that's on the screen. So what is Forever Living Products about? So Forever Living Products, it is a global company that sells health and beauty products. And our products are sold by independent individuals, which we refer to them as Forever Business owners. That's the people that are behind our po. So when we use the po, we are basically referring to what our forever business owners are going out there and doing and creating that difference and change. So also, if forever living products, FBOs do earn an income by selling the products and building a team of their own. In this business, there is no major financial risk. There is no big investment that is needed from you, and there is no money back policy. So there's no point in the business will say, you need to give us back money on this, you need to give us back money on that. So we don't have a money back policy. And you will notice there that there is a new change in the company policy, and it says there is a small support fee up to $3 that will be taken from bonuses if they're earned. So if you don't have any bonus earned, there will be no fee that is deducted. So this fee is only deducted on your bonuses that you earn, but there are no out-of-pocket fees. So it is only a fee that is deductible. We will not be asking you to pay this fee in addition. So there will be no circumstance where we say, hey, you need to pay in your $3 to us. No. And $3, obviously, you can convert it to whichever area that you're from. If you're from Namibia, they will convert the $3, then you'll know how much it is. If you're from Zambia, Zimbabwe, so forth, you will know how much it is. Botswana as well. I know in South Africa it's about 50 Rand or 55 Rand. So that will be deducted. So this was actually in effect from the 1st of May 2025. So if you've earned your bonus now at the end of May, you should have seen this support fee come through. But don't despair, we will be going through the support fee in detail and what it actually means. Here we are again to say, what does it take for someone to be a successful FBO? So obviously success depends on you. Success depends on me. It depends what kind of success you want. So, and also the efforts that you are putting in, your personal efforts also count in how successful you are in the business. If you are not so serious, you're selling there and there, obviously you're not going to get the success that you desire. But if you put in the work and you put in the effort, although it might not be easy, I can assure you that success will definitely be under your belt. And then our second point is, in order for you to be successful, you need to sell to retail customers and recruit others to do the same. So it is always lovely to introduce other people into the business, especially people that don't know anything about Forever, that don't have education about Forever, and how well Forever products can assist them in their lives and can also assist them in their financial life. And also attending trainings such as this is very important. So you are attending the trainings, you maintaining relationship with your customers, with sponsoring and encouraging everybody as a whole makes you successful in the business. And also you need to keep monthly records of your retail sales, which you also want to see how your business is doing. So this is just a few pointers. There's definitely more, but a few pointers in how you can be successful in the business. And also we just put there, if you do need further assistance, again, please do not hesitate. That is our contact details for FBO support. By all means, if you've got any queries, please let us know. We are more than happy to assist you. So just like any other business, or in fact any other household, there are rules and there are conducts. So the rules and conducts for Forever Living is on the company policy. You'll see our company policy there, the revision date for June 2025, which is the updated copy. That's where you'll find the rules and basically code of conduct and company policies in how you sell in an ethical way, how you sell in line with our DSA, Direct Selling Association practices and policies, and also how you can do that in line with the company policy. This will also, if there's any updates, we make sure that it is announced and it is available on the website at least 30 days before it takes place. And all FBOs must agree to follow these policies when they join and every time they make an order. So you'll see that when you join the business, there is a form that you fill out. This form will also allude to the company policies. So yes, just like any other household, if the rules and conducts are not adhered to, there are consequences which might lead to termination, but termination is not what the business strives itself with. It's only a worst case scenario that this is even considered, because it is our aim that we have more FBOs in the business. So if you follow the rules, there'll be no termination. So as we go forward with our training, especially for people that are new in the business, they just have to know and understand what the key terms and concepts are. So our key terms and concepts, FBO, I've already said that it is a forever business owner, and a preferred customer is basically the person or individual that buys at a discount price, but they don't want to join the business. And what is a retail customer? So a retail customer is a person that buys from an FBO. So they buy at full price. They don't want to be in the business. They don't even want to be a preferred customer. They just want to buy the product. And a crazy credit is basically it's basically you could say it's a pointing system, but not necessarily. But it is how you accumulate your business. So this calculates bonuses. Can you? I'm not sure if there's someone who is unmuted. Can they please mute themselves? It's distorting the sound.
It's Manitsi.
All right, so I think that will help, right? Okay. Now back onto our training. Okay, so this is basically the key terms. We've got an active FBO. So an active FBO basically means that you are always making your 4cc in a month. So when we say someone is not active, is someone who's making, or an FBO is making less than 4ccs. So if you make your 4ccs, you actually unlock your bonus. And you'll see as we go through it in step to see how and why is it important for you to always do that 4cc every month, because when you do your 4cc, you unlock a 5% bonus. And who would not want that? I would also want a bonus. And speaking of bonuses, this is extra cash that is earned by meeting your target sales. And any business would know, in order for it to successfully run, it's important for you to meet your sales target. Because without your sales target, you can't even get your business to the level where you want your business to be. So having targets in a business is very important. And there are also volume bonuses. So earned from sales made by your team. That's what we refer to as your volume bonus. So it is the sales that are made by your team. When you now are starting to recruit other people in your business, you then now get to refer to the work that they do, the sales that they put in, as volume bonuses. And leadership bonus is earned from team leaders you have helped to develop. So in your business, when you become a manager, when you now become an ego manager and you are moving up, it is important that you now start to help and groom others in your team to become managers. So when you groom managers, you can then, once you've got green managers, you then eligible for that leadership bonus, which also has its own goodies and incentives. So a CRP is a suggested retail price. So for example, if our aloe vera is sold at 550, that price is a price that is the suggested retail price. It can't go any higher, it can't go any lower. That's the price of the product, and it remains like that, unless there's a discount to it. And then earned discounts based on sale performance, whether it's 8% to 18%, but you'll see more of this as we go through our training, and opt-in as well. So That means basically signing up to join the business and agreeing to the rules. And after you've opted in, you now get a lovely title, and that is a forever business owner. Right. So now, preferred customers. You will notice that we spoke about preferred customers in our previous slide. So we just want to now dive a little bit deeper in terms of preferred customers, the discounts and the incentives that you would get when you joining forever. So who is a preferred customer? Like we said, a preferred customer is somebody who wants to buy products for their own personal use. They don't want to sell as yet, so they get 5% off just for wanting to buy something that you can use yourself. If you want to assess out, or if you want to evaluate how the business is like before you want to go out there and sell, you get 5% off just by you wanting to utilize or use the products. You get 5% off. So it's 5% off of the suggested retail price. And what happens if a preferred customer wants to join? Can they actually join the business? And yes, a preferred customer can join the business. That's why the word opt-in. They can join the business at any time and become a forever business owner. Even after joining the business, they will continue to enjoy that 5% discount. How to get more discounts. If a preferred customer buys products worth of 2 cc's within any 2 consecutive months, they qualify for a 30% discount on future purchases, and they are now eligible to be part of the marketing plan, and they will now, on the level that they'll be on, will be as an assistant supervisor. So they'll be now in FBO, and the level will be assistant supervisor. And when we talk about our incentives and rewards, there are many more. So the 30% and the 5% does not only end there. There's more incentives. For example, Forever Living products will offer chairman's bonuses, will also offer Forever to Drive, which is your car incentive or your car bonus. And there's also free trips for top sellers. And this is basically our top performance who are, managers, and they've gone on to the, Eagle manager incentives and so forth. So they would know what the free trips are for. So promotions, again, they depend based on the personal sales and the team performance. Now the training starts. So this is our updated marketing plan. So you will now see that a forever preferred customer is still at 5%. You will still get your 5%, but if you do your 2 cc's in those 2 months, you then become an assistant supervisor, where you get your 30% off on discount on personal purchases, 25% on your FPC profit, and you'll also get 5% of your boost bonus if you are 4 cc active. So this is the 4 cc that we spoke about, and we said it's so important for you to do this 4 cc so that you can unlock that 5% further onto the 25%, further onto the 30%. Okay, so that 25% is for your forever preferred customer profit. That's what you get. So if you don't do this 4 cc, guess what happens? This 5% falls off. And if this 5% falls off, it then goes down to, or it will go up to your sponsor. So if you do this 4 cc actively, so you then are able to unlock everything. Now, for supervisor level, you will see that there's been such a huge decrease. So now you can qualify to be a supervisor with only 10 cc's in 1 month. In 1 month. So literally, there's about 15 cc's removed for you to be a supervisor. And I think everybody can take advantage of this change. Everybody can now realign their goals with this change, and everybody can live their business dream that they wanted with this change. So I would really recommend everybody to take advantage of this. 10 cc's in 1 month, you then become a supervisor. And then assistant manager, it's now 60 cc's in 2 months. Sure, that also has made it so possible for you to go up the marketing plan and for you to unlock the 43%, 25%, 13%, 5%, 8%. And just like that, through hard work, dedication, and just being able to go through the wire of the business. Sometimes our businesses are sunny, sometimes it's rainy season, and sometimes it's winter season, it's autumn, and so forth. But as you keep on a momentum, the same momentum, you'd be able now to reach your manager status, which is 120 cc in 2 months, 150 cc in 4 months. So you can choose to do it in 2 months, or you can choose to do it in 4 months. But either way, there's an opportunity for you to become a manager. And that is basically what you receive: 48%, 25%, 18% off, 5%, 10%, 13%. And that's what you get onto your business. So yes, so this is the updated company policy. Then we're just going to move into more details of what an assistant supervisor is. Some information I've already mentioned will repeat itself, but I will go on so that at least it's more understandable for everyone. So assistant supervisor, as you see, your credits in any 2 consecutive months. Once you do from a preferred customer, once they do that, there are 2 cc's in 2 consecutive months, they will then become an assistant supervisor. And what they will get is what we have said there: 30% discount and 30% retail profit, 25% purchase by personally sponsored preferred customers if you have any. And if you're active, is that 4 cc that we talked about, and the 5% boost bonus that you get. So these are the scenarios of where you can actually get your boost bonus if you are 4 cc active, for you to unlock that additional 5%. And as a supervisor, again, it's 10 cc in 1 month, and this is what you get to unlock. So this is basically everything that we spoke about in the marketing plan when we looked at it. So yeah, it is very possible now. It's no longer such a huge stretch for us to become supervisors in the marketing plan. It's made easy, and all the benefits that we get in terms of those percentages there. And then also as an assistant manager, that's where you will now get that 60 cc in 2 consecutive months. Again, these are all the percentages that we spoke about when we looked at the marketing plan. So manager level, again, we said it will take you 120 cc's in 1 or 2 consecutive months, and 150 cc in the 3 to 4 consecutive months. And those are the benefits that you're getting: 48% off on personal orders, and so forth and so forth. So yeah, I think the marketing plan has just looked good. This facelift really has put back the excitement for our teams, has also put back the excitement within us as FBOs. All right, so some important information in terms of the preferred customer for 6 months policy. So this also is part of the marketing policy training. This has not necessarily updated, but as part of the marketing plan, these policies are always important for us to keep in mind. So when can a preferred customer be eligible to re-sponsor? Okay, so a preferred customer is eligible to re-sponsor in 6 months. Okay, so we've just put in examples just so it becomes a little bit easier to understand, unlike when you're reading the company policy. So for example, let's say Amy became a preferred customer on the 10th of March. So that means her 6 months period will start in April. So the 6 months period always starts a month after Amy has joined. And that means that her 6 months will end in September. So that will mean that if Amy wants to change her sponsor, she is eligible to re-sponsor to a new sponsor starting in October. So October the 1st is only then Amy will be able to re-sponsor. Okay. So when we say someone is a newly sponsored FBO, what we mean is just like Amy, let's say on October the 1st, she chose to go to a new sponsor. So this is what we now say Amy is. She is newly responsored. So her sponsor will receive credit for her as a newly sponsored preferred customer for purposes of incentive like Eagle Manager qualification. So wherever she is going to go now join, this is important to note. When Amy responsors with another sponsor, she will start again as a preferred customer. And now that credit will be received by the new sponsor. So she will then be able to start again somewhere else, but she will start again as a preferred customer. So activity qualification. Let's say, for example, Tom. So this is just to explain what the activity qualification is. Let's say, for example, Tom earned 8 cc in June, but only 3 were in his home operating country. Let's say only 3. So 3 were in the US, and he's not active in June and won't earn volume or leadership bonus for that month, even if the sales occurred. So your activity qualification is very important that when you do it, let's say, for example, your home country is South Africa. So in order for you to qualify for that 4cc active, you need to do that 4cc. If you are 4cc active and you are 4cc active with the sales that occurred in South Africa, for example, you are now 4cc active in South Africa. So it's important that you take note of your home country, that you are active in your home country, and then you can extend your CCs as well with other countries. So for example, if someone is say 1cc active in South Africa and you are 3cc active in Nigeria, your home country is South Africa. So you need to do that 4cc in South Africa, and then the 3cc in Nigeria, they're going to be additional cc, but you need to be active in your home country. Okay, so being active in a foreign operating country, let's say, for example, Lucy is active in the UK in May. In June, she has only 2 CCs in the UK, but 4 CCs in South Africa. So let's take note. So Lucy is active in the UK for the month of May. So the UK is Lucy's home country. In June, she only did 2 CCs in the UK, but she did 4 CCs in South Africa. Because she was active in May, in her home country, she's considered active in South Africa in June and can earn bonuses there because she was active in the home country as well. I hope this makes sense. It's not confusing. So activity qualification. So missed activity. Let's say, for example, Carlos is an assistant supervisor, but earns only 2 CCs in July. Her being inactive, she then forfeits her 5% personal bonus on that month. So the sponsor will then be the one to receive the forfeited bonus. So this is what we talked about to say, if you only did 2 CCs, let's say in the month of July, you only did 2 CCs. Remember, for you to be considered as active, you have to do 4 CCs. So if you don't do the 4 CCs, your 5% will then be received by your sponsor because you have now forfeited the bonus because you did not do the 4 CC. So in order for you to get your 4cc back, let's say, for example, Carlos then made the 4cc in August. He becomes active again, but the July bonus are not taken back. So in July, Carlos was not active. They only did 2cc. Then in August, Carlos then does 4cc. Then that means that Carlos will only get the 5% boost bonus in August. They're not going to get the money back for the month of July, because that month has been closed and that month has now been flagged as a missed activity. Okay, so bonus and profit calculations and payments. So bonuses are calculated based on the CRP of the product. Your discounts and bonuses depend on your level at the time of the order. If you rank up, the higher discounts applies from that day moving forward. Okay, you don't earn a volume bonus on team members who are at the same level as you, but you can get full CCs for rank adjustments. Bonus is paid on the 15th of the month after the purchase. So January sales will equal to February 15 bonus payout. Profits from online orders are deposited to your global pay on the first banking day after the 10th, 20th, and the last day of each month. If you receive payments outside the country where you earn the bonus, any fees or changes obviously will be your responsibility. And as we spoke about before, a small amount, which is a support fee, is deducted from your earnings. For assistant supervisor and above, no upfront payment is required. Earning means your bonuses. So if we're talking about your bonuses and profit calculations and payments, these are just the examples of what we spoke about before. So if, for example, the SRP is $100. So all bonuses like 5% personal bonus are calculated based on that $100, not the discounted price. So again, for example, let's say Sarah places an order on the 10th of June as an assistant supervisor, then qualifies as a supervisor on June 10th. Okay, so that means 10 days later, so they placed an order on the 10th of June as an assistant supervisor. And then 10 days later, they qualify as a supervisor. So that would mean that orders that are done before the 20th, they will get a 30% discount. And only orders that are done after the 20th of June will then receive a 38% discount. If her order, basically the move up, she earns the 8% bonus only on the portion to a higher level. So this basically is just, I think it's quite easy to understand. So if you are assistant supervisor from June 10th, whatever orders that you made until then, you'll get a 30% discount. But whatever orders that you made after you became a supervisor, you'll then get your 38% discount. Okay, so when you talk about no volume bonus on the same level for FBOs, this is what we mean. So if Jake is a supervisor and he sponsors Linda, who is also a supervisor, what does that mean? It means Jake will not earn volume bonuses on Linda's sales, but does receive 4 CCs from her to rank advancement. But obviously there will be no volume bonus that will be received there, but the CCs will then be counted for a rank advancement. Again, examples, payment timing bonuses for January sales are paid on, obviously in this scenario, will be paid on the 15th. So for you, it will be the 15th of any month. Bonus and profit calculations and payments. So example, online purchases profits. So Mike, let's say for example, Mike, the preferred customer places an order on the 18th of June. The profit is deposited to Mike's global pay on June 21st. So that will be the first banking day, which is after the 20th. For example, again, this is cross-border payment fees. So let's say, for example, Anna earns bonuses in Canada, but she stays in Nigeria. So any bank fees or conversion fees on her bonuses transfers are her own responsibility. Okay, so whatever convention that would happen from Canada to Nigeria, obviously will be her responsibility in that they'll be happening in her bonuses. So another example for FBO support fee, which is the new change. So let's say, for example, Laura becomes an assistant supervisor and internal support fee is applied automatically from her commission. So she does not have to pay any money directly to us. So when you become an assistant supervisor, that internal fee will be applied automatically from the commissions. Now, talking about this new FBO support fee policy, let's just dive more deeper into this policy and what it actually means. So again, Forever Living's mission has always been to empower FBOs. So we do know the three pillars that we have. Our three pillars are wellness, community, and financial order. So this is how that support is also transitioning or coming through is in order for FLP to support our FBOs, we need to look at these three pillars. So how does this $3 that's being deducted, how does it help FBOs? How does it tie in? Where does it come from? So this is basically to help us stay true to the mission and continue to deliver high standards that you expect. So that's why the small fee has now been introduced. It is the first time in history that this has been done, which is true. But again, it is, which we know you understand that it is a significant step. That's true, but also this help us to engage in more product research, to have trainings of the sort, and also to have advanced technology systems. So that small fee is going towards that, which is why on the second slide, we then want to address why this fee is so essential. So it is essential to keep investing in the base technologies and services that will remain at the forefront of our industry, providing you with cutting-edge products and a supportive community. By you supporting these initiatives, you help us maintain the systems that uphold your wellness, strengthen our community, and uphold the financial order and efficiency that fuel your success in your business. And that's why, you know, every training that is given, you know, the events that are given, you know, this $3 goes towards improving that and making sure that we give you the best service. Also the product enhancements, research, you know, online marketing tools. So that support fee is helping in the mission of Forever. Another one that we need to take a look at, which is the recent update in the company policy, it is the record retention policy update. So basically, in a nutshell, the record retention policy update means that any FBO below manager level, so that will be a preferred customer or retail customer who has no account activity for 7 years, for a 7-year period, will be deemed inactive and have their data removed from the company's system in accordance with the record retention policy. So this is part of our ongoing commitment to keep our systems secure. We need to keep our systems updated and aligned with global standards. So that's why Forever has implemented a policy update concerning account activity and record retention. So again, in line with this policy, anyone that is below the manager level, so that would be a preferred customer or retail customer, that will be assistant supervisor, that will be supervisor, anyone that is below the manager level, if their account or membership has not been active for 7 years, and active meaning that there are no sales, there are no product purchases, there's no sponsoring, there are no earnings or commissions. Basically, nothing has happened on that profile in 7 years. That will mean that automatically it will be deemed inactive. The system will then remove the data for this membership. And that would mean that the sponsor would not be able to see it on their records, and we also won't be able to find this membership on our systems. So let's go further into this record retention policy. So what does this mean for you and your team? Let's say somebody in your team or yourself, your information has been removed from the system. So what does this mean? It means if someone's membership or profile is removed due to 7 years of being inactive, this will apply. They will no longer appear on our Forever Living system. They will not be able to place orders or access their account. They must re-register as a new FBO or a preferred customer or retail customer. That is post the completion of the purge process. So the previous level and structure and activity history cannot be recovered once the profile has been deleted. So once your profile has been deleted, it means everything is gone. We can't recover everything. If you want to go back into the business, you're going to have to re-register again and start from scratch again. You will notice that this process has not been in full completion. So there are different phases of it. So what America is doing is they are deleting these records in phases. So the first phase is internal systems. They've already removed inactive users. But now what's left is to remove them completely on FOP 360. So some of our or some of you as managers or sponsors, you will see that the number of people that you hand under you will decrease because there's a profile that has not been active, and it will then be removed and we can't recover the history. So what do you need to do? So if you or someone's profile in your team has had their data removed from our Forever Living system, obviously you can call us or you can come to the product center if you want to understand this thing further, or you can just call us, which is much easier. And ultimately, you're going to have to re-register if the person wants to re-register. So they'll have to complete the registration process as a brand new FBO. They'll have to start from fresh, meaning at the beginning levels of the marketing plan, and work their way up again and start being active, placing orders and building their businesses. You know, this removing of this data, it does have a positive, especially for a brand new and a fresh start. Maybe before this particular person or was not ready to be in the business, but 7 years later, I mean, it's new energy, it's a brand new start, and we start again from scratch. But this is also a reminder that we need to keep the accounts active. So even if perhaps someone is not necessarily or taking a little bit of a break from the business, but putting an order there and there for your own consumption is also important, especially if you know that you want to reuse the profile and keep recruiting and building it. Because if it's not active, yeah, it will affect you. So again, what you might experience with this is what I just spoke about now, to say that if, you know, managers or in your teams, you've got people that have not been active for 4 years, you may still see them on your FOP 360. However, when you try to place orders, it will not, the systems will not allow you to place an order because we still need to complete the process. So it's going to take roughly about 2 weeks. So in the next 2 weeks or within this 2 weeks, you will see that data would have been removed from FOP 360, that those people that were there, you won't see them after this 2 weeks ends, because the completion of this process would have been done. So again, this is just to reiterate, to say, look, maybe we should go back to our teams and tell our teams, even those that say, yo, you know, and I'm a bit tired right now, I don't want to be in the business, but yeah, they should perhaps, you know, put in an order there just to keep the membership alive and not stay inactive for 7 years, because after 7 years, the purge process will then be in effect. We are now reaching the end of our training. But before we do that, this is information that I just want to share with everyone in terms of how to get a quick response on your inquiries. So for example, if you have an inquiry that speaks to password reset, responsoring, sponsor inquiries, updating banking details, updating account details, and payment inquiries, earnings, marketing approvals, company policy exception report, activation in foreign countries, and technical inquiries. Please, by all means, send your queries to FBO support. You sending your query to the correct place will eliminate the wait time in terms of your query going to another department, and it just creates a delay in resolving your inquiry. So if your inquiry is any of these that I meant, please send them through to FBO support. And if you've got any inquiries that are related to collection codes, orders not being processed, by Sharia orders, please, you can send your inquiries through to Zendesk so that they can deal with it speedily, and you can get your response and eliminate that wait time. And if you've got your queries are related to order tracking, back orders, missing or incorrect orders, damaged stock, out of stock lists, you can then email DC at Forever, or you can email Gift at Forever. They'll be more than glad to assist you in this regard so that we are able to assist you in a quick manner without any delays. So as a note, let's work together to educate ourselves as well as our downlines. And if you have missed any of our trainings before, please feel free to go on to our company policies. On YouTube, you will see all of the company trainings are there because we record all of them. So even if somebody's not here that you know should have been here for this training, you can always tell them to go on to our YouTube page and look at these previous company policy trainings. And then now we get to our general discussions and questions. Is there any questions from anybody before we close?
Yes, I have a question, Cleo.
Okay, let me see. All right, let's see. Okay, Ndemsi Dube, you may go ahead. You've got your hand up. You can unmute. Okay, let me see. Okay. Katrina, please, you can unmute and speak. Just let me know if you've got trouble. You can't.
Okay, thank you
Oh,
so
there we
much.
go.
Good afternoon. I just wanted to find out regarding the back orders because I did send an email, like an inquiry email on the 29th of May. I sent it to Gift and to DC at Forever, but until today, I have not received any response regarding the query for the back order.
Okay. Katrina, you can send it to me directly. I'll just follow up on your behalf.
Thank you so much, Cleo. I'll do that.
Yeah, and I'll just find out why the delay, because we should have gotten a response by now.
All right, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure. Bello, you've got your hand up.
Afternoon, and thank you for the training. I just want to ask something. When I was doing a presentation, somebody asked that how does SARS affect us as FBOs? So I've been trying to look for an answer. Like we have to pay, like we are working and you're still an FBO. Now, do I need to submit something to SARS or what's going on with that so that we can just have a clear answer with that one? Thank you very much, Cleo.
Okay. I know that a lot of people, especially now, I don't think that there would be any, and let me ask, maybe you can give me information. Do they have a business entity or they are just an FBO?
No. I was doing the presentation at a school. So this lady asked about it that, okay, if I want to join Forever now and I'm working, she's got a job.
Yeah.
How does that affect me in those two? Because I have my job, Forever is my side hustle.
Okay, so Forever is your side hustle, which is paid into your bank account, and it does not have to be declared in that way. But however, when you do have a business entity, so only when it turns into a business, then you need to have a SARS document and so forth, and they know that you are doing Forever, but it's under a business.
I think I'm not getting you right, Cleo. Can you just explain that further? So if maybe let me say to think I'm understanding you. If let's say now, because as I said, Forever is my side hustle. If I turn around, I'm no longer working permanently. Now I'm only doing Forever. Do you mean about that?
Yeah. Okay. Maybe what I know is where SARS gets involved. SARS gets involved when, let's say, for example, you are no longer working and you are now permanently doing a side hustle with Forever. There are no tax returns that are then required. But if your business, if let's say you're an FBO, you only have a membership, ne? No tax returns are required. However, if I turn my side hustle into a business, into an entity, then you're required to file because it's now a business.
That's fine. Thank you very much, Theo.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but what I'll do, it's an interesting question. What I'll do is I'll just find out further if there's any other impact below, and then I can just make sure to discuss it in our next training. But as far as I know, when you are registered as a company, yes, you need to do your tax returns.
Hi, Cleo, can I add?
Sure, please, Duna.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Duna Rabai. Myself, I'm based here in Botswana. So I started my Forever business in 2018. Yes, as a side hustle, I was working when I started Forever. But what I know is for us, SARS is BRS. We call it BRS, Botswana Unified Revenue Services. Whatever earnings that you make, it doesn't matter. It's from your formal job or from your side hustles, as long as you are making money, there is something that you declare to the to the revenue services or to SARS. So it's
okay. I'm not sure. You can go ahead, Duna.
Okay. So it's safer to do your Forever business as a business because then you do your filings. I mean, it's better to operate as a business because whatever that you do, when you file your records, when you file your returns as a business, is better compared to when you do as an individual. Remember, individuals, we don't get taxed like a business.
Yeah.
It doesn't come like like an individual as compared to when it's a business. So for my business, I will deduct all the expenses that my company that I incur in my business. So if I'm buying whatever things that I'm using for the company or for my business, I'm buying say I'm able to buy a car or am I getting a loan, I do it through the business. So even the earnings that come in, because now I have a business account where Forever pays me directly into my business account. So it's better to manage it when I do my returns rather than when it just gets into my personal account. Because when now it gets into my personal account, the percentages that I need to return to SARS or let me say to BRS, it will be different from when I do using my business account. So when I use my business account, the tax is after from the profits. But if it's personal, is going to be, I have to pay first whatever that I have earned before even my spendings, of which will not be a true reflection when you are doing your business. So it's better to operate your forever business as to register a business and get paid into your business account. Forever allows that you just fill forms and indicate that you'll be operating your business as so and so. This is your business name, and you even submit the proof of that business account, and then you'll be able to protect your things under that business, register your things under that business. I have a car, it's registered through my business because I bought that car with my forever business. So everything that I have that I buy through my business, if I do incentives, it's my business expenses. If I'm doing expenses from the company, or I'm paying Wi-Fi, I'm paying for an office, I'm using my home as an office, I pay rent. I have to deduct from my expenses. I hope you get you understand.
Yeah, no, I get you. Thank you for that, Duna. So I think also, Pelo, your question is more of that individual wanting to be a taxpayer, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
Pelo?
Yes, I'm here, Cleo. My question is to say, the reason I'm saying that is that I am not, now my forever business is not a business as I was doing, saying that is registered as under a business. No, it's like I'm doing it as a side, as I said, as a side hustle. So I
Okay.
want to know as a side hustle that as it is, because at work I pay tax, I get, and then I see when you buy the product, we still
Right,
pay
okay.
tax. We pay tax. So I want to know, because if I haven't declared at SARS, do I need to declare that I'm doing that side hustle, or is it already declared that I'm doing that? Because the thing is that when I'm saying that is that we don't want to be, let's say, after maybe 5 years or 10 years, now SARS says I'm owing them.
Okay.
And I should have corrected it before time. Thanks.
It's your responsibility. Yeah,
So,
okay.
yeah, so Pelo, okay, you're fine. Your question is clear. So, in the South African law, in fact, any income that you are getting, it needs to be declared with SARS. So, because everybody now needs you now need to register yourself as a taxpayer. So, I think even if it's that side hustle, there is a bracket of, or in terms of what they look at. So yes, I would encourage you to also go and when you're doing your annual returns, that you also do your annual return to say that there is a side business there, so that it can, I hope that will give you ease. Yeah. Okay, Pilo, while you're there, maybe we'll find maybe other gems from our other FBOs who are well inclined with this. Babu Eric Mapanga, you've got your hand up.
How are you, Theo? And good afternoon to everyone.
Afternoon.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yes, what a wonderful presentation you did, Cleo. Very much informative. And yeah, I think our FBO, they need to get into this, because this is very much important, especially when you are in forever living. And then answering the lady who just asked the question about, she's still employed, she's paying tax, and she's doing forever as a side hustle. Okay, and now the tax, I don't know whether she's in South Africa or she's in Botswana, but in South Africa, is that if, let's say, you are making, let's say, more than 9,600 per month, which is the current threshold for SARS, then you don't have to pay tax, but you can declare that you are doing a business. Okay, but it's not sort of like a must, because you are within the threshold. It's only when you start to generate more than that amount, let's say from 10,000 and above, and you are able to then now declare to SARS. Okay. But now she's employed, she's got a tax number. Okay, so they will just combine this side business according to that tax number. Then that will inflate her monthly tax. Now the best way is that if now she still want to push the business beyond that threshold, let's say she wants to earn more than that threshold, then it is advisable to reduce their tax by maybe starting to register to SARS. But if she's taking less than 9,065 rand per month, then she's not obliged.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. I hope I've answered that.
Yeah, I think you did. You did. Pelo, are you satisfied with that answer?
No, thank you very much. That's what I wanted to know, because there might be a complication there, because when you start owing SARS, it's not nice. Thank you, Mr. Mbanga.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for that question, Pelo. Elizabeth K. You can unmute.
Thank you, Cleo, for the presentation. I'm Elizabeth from Namibia. I'm an assistant supervisor, and my question is on the new policy for leveling up to supervisor for assistant supervisors. Is it required that you do it in a month, or it can be split in 2 months or 3 months for you to reach those 10 cc's?
Yeah, it's only, you need to do the 10 cc's in a month.
Okay.
So yeah, you can't split it, so it must be in a month.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Pepile, you can unmute.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Cleo.
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Okay, I'm currently a supervisor and I'm based in Eswatini. So what I want to ask is, because when we come to the border takes the original invoice that we receive when we make our email orders. So currently I received my stock and there was a back order. So because the last time I had a back order, at separate center, they say they needed the original invoice. So what's going to happen now? Because I had to leave the invoice at the border for them to be able to claim the VAT, and I only have a copy with me. So will I be able to use that copy to get the back order?
Okay, so you're saying at the border they want?
They take the original invoice when we declare.
Okay.
The blue one. Yes,
Okay.
yes. So the last time I had a back order at the product center, they say they needed the original invoice. So it is not possible for me now to have the original invoice, because the original invoice was taken at the border for declaration purposes.
So you only have a copy.
So now what I have is a copy. Yes.
Okay, and did the border specifically say that they want an original, they can't accept a copy?
They don't accept copies. They take only the original one.
Okay, let me just find out. Pepile.
Because if I don't produce the invoice, that means then I have to pay another 15% in order for me to be able to come with my things.
Yeah. Pepile, if you can you know my email address is cleo@forever.co.za, ne?
Yes,
If you
yes,
can
I do.
please drop me an email. Let me just check this information out with our warehouse manager and find out what's really happening with these tax invoices. I just want to
Okay,
give
no,
you
thank
accurate
you so much.
information. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so
Please,
much. I'll do so.
if we can, today still, Cleo and
Yeah, I'll do
forever.
it today.
Yes.
I'll do it just now.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Pelile. Jewel, Mokhale, you've got your hand up.
Yes. My question is with regard to compliance, actually. So what happens if you haven't met compliance, or apparently get an email from your compliance department saying I haven't met the company compliance, and then you go out of your way to provide all the documentation to show that you have made compliance, but still that matter is not resolved. It's even going up to 2 to 3 weeks now. The matter is not resolved, and it's starting to affect your reputational damage on your business as well as your safety, because as in South Africa, if you take people's money when placing orders, promising to deliver products, and then they take more than 2 weeks without you delivering those products to them, they start to think that you are a scam, you ran away with their money, whatever you're doing, and then you're starting to get threat because you have an issue that it seems impossible to be resolved, even though you provided all the necessary document required by compliance that shows that you were compliant with what they're accusing you of, but the matter is still not getting resolved. Who do you escalate to? How do you speed up that process to make sure that the matter is resolved it's resolved almost in time, and then so that you can start delivering to your client to avoid any reputational damage on the company and then personal reputational damage as well?
I think, Julie, you are speaking to an existing matter
Yes.
that you already have with the head office, which has been transferred to the home office, and feedback also has been given to you in this regard. So I would say that because the home office is still working on your issue, they're still working on the issue. So I would say that there is a delay in terms of compliance, and we take compliance very seriously, and we need to ensure that compliance is followed to the T. Where compliance is not followed to the T, then the outcome of it is then in your situation suspension. So what would happen is it has been escalated to the highest level, so you'd need to wait for feedback. But however, in regards to people's monies that were taken, I would suggest that maybe for now, it would be to return the monies, to also explain the situation that you're in, so that they're also comfortable that you're not a scam until this matter is resolved.
Yeah, that's the problem, because the orders are already placed. The money is with the company right now. If I was able to do that, it would be better. But now I'm struggling
If
because
the
I
order
already
is already
placed those
placed,
orders.
I'm sure you can collect your order, but you can't obviously place an order now after the nature of your account. But if anything has been placed before, the collection of the order should not be a problem, but placing of an order might be a problem until this matter is resolved.
Oh, that's great, actually. I like that. If it was placed before, which means who do I speak to because it was placed before?
If you made an order, I'm sure if you've made an order, I'm sure you've got a reference number. You also have an order number that will then inform you when you can collect your order.
No, I didn't receive that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying you'd need to follow up with the product center so you can find out what is the status of your placed order. And then you can take it from there. The only thing is obviously after the nature of your account, you can't place any new orders, but if there were orders placed before, the change in the status of your account, then by all means, you can follow up with the product center. You can call our 011 number and they can transfer you to the product center so you can find out what is the status of your already placed orders.
Okay. All right, no problem. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thank you. Taho, you've got your hand up.
Yes, thank you, Cleo. The presentation was quite informative. I just want to check something. I have a question regarding the company policy. Can you hear me, Cleo?
Yes, I can hear
you. Thank you so much. Does Forever Living allows its members to join or participate in other network marketing companies?
No.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to clarify that. Thank you so much, Cleo.
It's a pleasure. Cindy Sue, you've got your hand up.
Yes, thank you. Afternoon, everyone. My question is, if I have a business partner in FBO, let's say in Zimbabwe, they don't have a product center there. So who incurs the export duties because they can't travel to and from, like when they place their order? How do we handle the transportation of their products and the charges, the tax charges?
Yeah. So, Cindy, I'll put you in charge. I'll put you in the connection with our product center manager. So what happens is we do have, for example, Zimbabwe orders, and all the Zimbabwe orders are taken from our product center, and there is a collection point. We've identified a collection point in Zim so that all FBOs can then go and collect from that location. So I think that will sort out the issue that you are talking about.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, maybe also just if you can drop me an email, let's just find out how your ordering process is, and also let's check if you know how are you doing it, because you'd have to send it to us, and then we send all the Zim orders as a batch or as bulk, and they're dropped off at a certain location in Zimbabwe when FBO can actually just transport. I just forgot the area in Zimbabwe, so you just travel there and collect your product. We've got Superman as one of our FBO sort of office.
Okay. No, thank you so much, because I didn't want to get people in because I wasn't sure how they get their products, but now I'm certain I'm okay.
Oh yeah, no. We've got Soman in Zim who takes all the deliveries there.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, it's a pleasure. Mariana and Azania, you can unmute.
Good afternoon, Cleo.
Afternoon, Mariana.
Thank you so much for a wonderful training on company policy. However, my question is slightly out of range. I just want to find out, it's actually one of the things that I couldn't come straight to the team to tell them what is the exact message that I should deliver. Because I remember most of the times, back orders were directly, I think even now, they are directed to the specific owners. So now there are people, I think dated October, November, most of people, they lost their blueprint receipt, and they were asked to send an email to the fast track information, the one which was shared in the group. So currently, they have not received their back orders, and they have lost their blueprint receipt, but they have reference numbers to that order. So is there nothing that can be done? Because I'm talking in connection with the Namibian system where we had to wait orders, and then things were a little bit not so good. But now I see going forward, we see the future is so bright. But I need to know, how do I explain to those people that have never received their back order? They've lost their receipt, but they have the reference of their orders.
Yeah. Mariana, on this one, I'm not even going to lie to you. If I'm gonna again ask if you can send an email, I'd have to engage our warehouse manager on this, see what we can do. Let's look at the scenario first.
Can I get a collection of it, or I should send an email individually?
No, just send this one email and just say what the issue is, so that I can just sit with our warehouse manager and see if there isn't a way around this, or what actually needs to happen. He would be able to advise me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Nombiliso Mamfengu. The floor is all yours.
Oh, hello, Cleo.
Hi, Ma'am Nompiso.
Cleo, I just want to find out. I heard that people who are over 7 years, like the ex FBOs, they will have to restart afresh, ne, to
Yes.
register because their data has been like swiped away, right?
Yes.
But I want to know those ones that are still maybe in 5 years, FBOs, will they be able, when they go to the website or maybe recover their password, they will be able just to go online if they go to the website?
Yes. As long as it's not after 7 years, they'll still be able to go on the website. So they still should have their FBO number. They still should be there. They can just recover their password and then they can make an order.
Oh, okay. If maybe, sorry to follow up. If maybe
stress.
they what I'm saying, they are applying, like they say they've left, are they able to join the new teams, or what will happen when they just log in or either recover the password? Are they gonna be placed under new upliners, or they have to be placed under new teams, or they can select their own teams?
No. So what would happen is there's two scenarios. So if perhaps their upline is no longer active, what will happen is they would automatically go to so if their sponsor is not active, automatically the system will move them to the sponsor. So currently they are under a sponsor, if that's the situation. Then should those people want to re-sponsor and move somewhere else, we have to check that they are eligible to re-sponsor. So, they'd have to, being eligible to re-sponsor is that whole 12 months of not placing an order, of not receiving a bonus. If you're eligible to re-sponsor, then they can choose which team they would like to join now. Nompiso, is it?
Yes. No, I hear you. No, it's fine. So it will depend to that EXFBO to say you want to join this certain team, then maybe can be replaced to that certain team.
Yeah, but when we say ex-FBO, does it mean that they're still in the business, no? They still have their membership ID?
Yes, as I'm saying, it's not more than 7 years. That is why,
Yeah.
like, I want to emphasize that when they go to the website, they can still reset their password. So,
Yeah.
but
go ahead.
as they say, they are upliners, they don't know where are they. It seems that they've gone. So they want to join now, maybe, let me say, maybe my team. So I wanted those whereabouts.
Oh, yeah. So if they want, maybe their sponsor's gone or whatever the story is, and they want to now carry on with the business. So what will happen is if they want to carry on with the business under the current team they're in, they can do so. But if they now want to change the current team they're in, they need to send us an email at FBO support here at head office. So what we'll do is we can then confirm to them if they're eligible to re-sponsor, if they can now join another team. But if they go on the website now and they create a password and they place an order, they won't be eligible to re-sponsor because they would have been active. So maybe the best thing that you should do to have,
Thank you very much.
Yeah, maybe what you should do to have full information before you go, Ma'am Nombili, so maybe send us an email at FBO support and tell us what you'd like to check, and then let's see if can they re-sponsor, can they not re-sponsor, so that we're able to take an informative decision so that we don't muddy the waters.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Cleo. Thank you very much. I'll do so.
Okay, it's a pleasure. Okay, we don't have any hands up. So my leaders, the time on my
I
side
have
is
a hands up.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't see you. I didn't see you.
All right. Good afternoon, Cleo, and
Afternoon.
everybody in the house. It's Clementine in Namibia. I have a downline that ordered last month, and she's supposed to did her 4cc or to complete her 4cc last month. But I think there is one order that was not processed. I've tried to send an email to support, but there's nothing or there's no response.
Is it?
And
Okay.
yeah, because I wanted to know now if they can be able to process that order, and then she can achieve her 4cc last month, or what is the way forward?
Okay. So what I'll do is we already sent an email, right?
Yeah, I did send an email.
Okay. So what I'll do is I will just follow up on your email and just see what is the status of the email as to how far the investigations are. So if an order was missed, we're going to have to correct it. But then we also need to investigate to see when the order was sent, like but not after closure of month end and so forth, which email address was sent to. So I'll just go to an email. You sent the email to FBO support?
And yes, no, I sent to support.
Which support?
To Zondra, or I think Zondra can, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the correct email, but nonetheless, if you want, you can send it to me. Let me follow up and see what's happening. Because the one that I was referring to is FBO support at forever.co.za. So that's where you need to send it to in order for us to have a look.
Oh, okay. So now should I just send a new one, or you can send me your email, or you can give me your email so I can send it to you?
Yeah, the one that you sent, just forward it and you can send it to cleo@forever.co.za.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I'll just have a look and see what happened there.
Okay, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, Mama.
All right, bye.
Bye. Okay. I hope there isn't anyone's hand. I hope I'm not missing anyone's hands. But the time has gone past our allocated time by 33 minutes. I just want to say I hope and I can see that the training was informative, and I'm glad that the new changes have been well noted. Thank you so much for interacting with me. When we have a meeting and there isn't any interaction, it's not a full meeting. So I am very grateful and I love your interactions. Let's keep it going. And I hope that your day, is filled with nothing but the best, that your beginning of the month started with a bang. As you go out there, and wishing you all the best in your businesses. You are loved by no one else but me, and I hope to see you in the next training session that we have. Please, let's engage. I love these engagements because it's not training, it's, I don't know, it's almost like a discussion room. I get educated, you get educated, and it makes it such a lovely session. So my fellow people, my good FBOs, with your
Before you
permission.
go,
Okay.
can we have the recording, please?
Oh, the recording is already recorded. You'll get the recording on our YouTube page.
Okay, what's the YouTube page? I'm in the UK.
Yeah, just go on to YouTube and just say Forever Compliance. It will pop.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it will pop and you'll see all the recordings will be there.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us from the UK.
I'm coming to South Africa for the issue manager.
Fantastic. So, my leaders, again, with your permission, I would like to adjourn our meeting. We'll see each other in the next 2 weeks. I love you so much. All the best and stay blessed.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Camille Bayatono.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ke entse meeting le bona. Ke fuwe mabitso ke ena. Even in the morning, ka ba ka mmotsa hore re checkile schedule na.
Bye, everyone.